What's up, Knicks fans? Welcome to another episode of Knicks Latest, fresh off of a New York Knicks victory in Summer League. They beat the Brooklyn Nets 97-93. Give it up. We did it. We got a W, baby. We got a W. 25 points from Tyler Kolek, 25 points from Marshawn Beauchamp. Two players who aren't rookies, so it does feel like cheating when you go into Summer League and you win games based off of the experienced players who have minutes in the league and who have just NBA experience, right? Summer League, a lot of it is around rookies. The hype is based off of rookies. So, it doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel bad, but it's like, all right, whatever. I mean, this is what they were supposed to do. But I want to give a shout out to Tyler Kolek, right? 5 threes. Looked incredibly aggressive, looked like he had something to prove, shooting from like the logo damn near. I mean, that was the Tyler that we all been waiting for. That's the Tyler I knew was in him the whole time. If you go back to the previous episodes, saw this coming, right? Sticking with Tyler, saw how he performed last year, knew that there was more in him, knew that there was a better version of what we were seeing in the first 2 Summer League games, and he looked more decisive, he looked confident, he looked like he had something to prove. He looked like he went on Twitter basically and read all of our tweets, if I'm being honest with you. And he came out and he showed his value to the team. He showed why I think he has a bright future in this league. Maybe not with this team right away, but I do think he's somebody who can be the 10th man, the 11th man in a rotation. So, shout out to Tyler, man, because he really needed that. I think Knicks fans really needed that, right? We needed to see, our pick from last year do something, provide value going into next year, knowing that if things kind of go off the rails with Jalen again, if things go off the rails with Deuce as far as injuries, that we have a point guard who can distribute the ball, who can create offense for himself. It was nice to see. It was nice to see, and it's always good to beat Brooklyn. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's Summer League. I don't care if it's pickup basketball. It's always good when the New York Knicks beat the Brooklyn Nets. So they win in Vegas 97-93. They are now 1-2. Don't think they're going to make the playoffs there in Summer League. I think you got to have pretty much a 3-1, 4-0 record to even advance. So their next game will probably be their last, but hopefully Tyler and company can finish strong. Looking forward to seeing what Kevin McCullough can do. Hopefully Dink Pate shows us something. One of the more underwhelming Summer League teams that the Knicks have had recently. One of the more under-anticipated seasons in the Summer League. So, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, right? We have bigger and better things. We're looking for an NBA championship. We already know what our rotation is going to look like. So the Summer League, for all intents and purposes, it just doesn't matter as much to us. Now, what does matter is that last spot in the rotation. What does matter is that last roster spot. What does matter is boosting the bench up just a little bit more if possible. And right now, there is some speculation that the Knicks would be looking at Amir Coffey. He is somebody who was at the Los Angeles Clippers. He's somebody who can hit the corner 3. He can defend, and he plays the wing position, which is a position I personally think the Knicks need more depth in. I would welcome this with open arms. Now, he's not somebody who I think is going to go out there, drop 20 a game, 15 a game, 10 a game, whatever it is. He averaged 9 points a game last year. But he's somebody who can spread the floor. He's somebody who can guard the position, and he's somebody who I think would fit well into a Mike Brown offense, an offense which would incorporate a lot of movement and ball movement and things of that nature. He's a complementary piece where he doesn't need the ball in his hands all the time at all, honestly. He can do catch and shoot. He's somebody who I think, is kind of similar to Landry, just a taller version, right? A lankier, taller version of Landry Shamet, who can shoot the 3 and can defend his position. These are the type of players I think the Knicks should be going after. We talked about Ben Simmons on the last episode. I don't think he makes much sense considering we still have Josh Hart on the roster. Russell Westbrook doesn't make sense for the same reasons. You don't want somebody who the defenses are going to sag off of, especially when you already have a player like that in Josh Hart. I would rather Josh Hart over both of them. Amir is someone who makes more sense with the roster. So if the Knicks were to give him money, a vet minimum, whatever it is, whatever money they have left, that is a player I would welcome with open arms. And the bench of Deuce, Clarkson, Huck Porty maybe Hart, depending on what the starting lineup looks like, and Amir Coffey, that is Yabusele, that is a solid bench. That is a solid bench. I could rock with that. I could absolutely rock with that. I can go into next season with high hopes for this New York Knicks team. I think the Knicks front office did as good as a job as you could possibly do with the money that they had tied up, addressing the bench, addressing scoring off the bench. If they were to get Amir, I think that would be I'd give him a solid B for the offseason, with also the addition of hiring Mike Brown after firing Tom Thibodeau. I think Mike Brown was probably the best choice once you fired Tom Thibodeau, because there just wasn't much out there, if we're being completely honest. All right, listen, subscribe to the show. I'm going to bring you rumors, trade rumors, as much as I can. Haven't really been much rumors around the internet surrounding the New York Knicks. LeBron, of course, a couple weeks ago. The Giannis is always going to be there, but that doesn't seem to be catching steam right now. But if there are any rumors at all, I will let you know. If the Knicks, sign somebody to that minimum, we'll be doing an episode about that as well. Make sure you subscribe. Let me know what you think of Amir Coffey, if you think he fits the offense, if he fits the bench, if you think he is, I don't want to say a missing piece, but he's somebody who can win on the margins when it comes to the New York Knicks and push them over the top against a Cleveland Cavaliers team in the East. All right, catch you tomorrow for another episode of Knicks Latest. Peace.